Hello. You are tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's second topic, Mike Florio on PFT says that Lamar should have got an agent and that he is wasting all of his money. Look, guys, Mike Florio is so funny to me because it lets me know the type of man that you are, right? If I say something that is wrong and then is presented with the facts, then I'm wrong. Do you know what I do? I was wrong. Damn, you got me. All right. Totally wrong, man. My bad. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you the same energy that I did when I was wrong than if I was right. Now, with Mike Florio, because he's been wrong all the time, he's not taking it lying down. He's like, you remember when Apollo Creed was getting beat up by Drago? And they're like, throw it to Rocky, throw it to Rocky. He's like, because of what Apollo told him, he's getting shots to the head like that. And now, because of, I believe, a workout bonus that Lamar forfeited because he didn't attend 80% of the workouts, that solidifies that Mike Florio was right. He should have got an agent, and also that there's no reason for Lamar to miss any of the practices, even though other guys do it all the time. Specifically, Lamar should not be missing anything. What I'm going to do is I'll play the audio and the video, and then we're going to finish breaking it down, all right? So without further ado, we're going to get this started. If you like more content like this, remember to like, subscribe, and hit that the notification bell, all right? So let's get this party started.
Lamar Jackson has forfeited $750,000 by not participating in at least 80% of the voluntary offseason program with the Ravens. This was the contract that he negotiated with the assistance of his mother that built in what initially were characterized as offseason roster bonuses, $750,000 for 24, 25, 26, and 27. Turned out they were workout bonuses, and 2 years in a row now he has chosen not to show up for sufficient offseason workouts to get what has now reached $1.5 million. And in all, $3 million of his total contract is tied to that. And I know that he's making a lot more than that. He's making $52 million a year, but $3 million is still $3 million. That takes you out of it doesn't take you out of the $50 million per year club because it's $3 million total spread over 4 years.
Exactly.
But it knocks you down for 4 years, $750,000 each year. That's a Ferrari a year after taxes.
Damn,
That's
I know.
a lot to give up. You're going to work out anyway. And you're not protected if you're working out on your own. That's all the more reason to go, show up, be there, check the boxes, get your $750,000, and have insurance against the millions that are tied to your salary. Because if you blow out an Achilles tendon at the Planet Fitness, they can screw you if they want to. Now I don't know if the Ravens would, but why even put them in that position where they could?
That's right. No, your points are valid. And what?
This is why his points to me are not valid. For one, Lamar is not the only quarterback that doesn't show up to all of the OTAs. He's not the only one. A large percentage doesn't make it to every single OTA. I think Joe Burrow does, but he's missed the playoff the last 2 years. Patrick doesn't show up to all of the OTAs. Josh doesn't show up to all the OTAs. Brady, when he was playing, didn't show up to all the OTAs. But we'll continue.
I told you on text last night, it would just be like, what were we saving 3% with not hiring the agent for if we were just going to flush 5% down the drain?
You see what I'm saying? This is not even about Lamar. This is literally about, he should have just gave the money to the agent. This is about an agent. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. Mike Florio, I believe his family comes from agents. So when a player of Lamar's caliber says, I'll do it myself, it starts to set a precedent where more people are starting to say, we'll do it ourselves, meaning agents get less money. And he is trying to combat that any which way he can. And it's like, well, if you're going to waste that money, you might as well give it to an agent. It's his money. And I'm gonna address that big part at the end too, because there's another thing that also helps out our cap when he misses those days and stuff like. Skeptical puts it in a perfect analogy of it. And I'm going to break it down after this is done. Let's continue.
I'm just like, oh, okay, good thing we didn't give the agent the money. I mean, as we waste more money than it would have cost to be the agent, to have an agent. I don't get that necessarily. But it's his money. He does what he wants. And also on that, listen, it's hard to argue with the results of what we've seen. This is 2 off seasons in a row, but damn, I mean, last year he was incredible. It might have been the best year of his career. He was insanely good. But yet I still don't condone Lamar Jackson not being there with the Ravens through OTAs and all the workouts. Yeah, you're the man. I root for you. I want the best for you. I'm not saying this because I don't like you. I'm saying it because, yeah, you should be there. And the team has just missed. You know, just the last 2 years, you're the best team in the AFC when it's late December. These are the little things I look at to go, well, maybe they get you over the hump, right? I don't know. Again, I'd be scratching and clawing to do anything I could to get over the hump. He's still the man. I know that. I'm just saying I wish he was there right now. I don't understand that as being the leader of the Ravens football team.
So, guys, there it goes right there. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. This is the same guy that said the last pass to Mark Andrews was a bad pass. These guys have a vendetta. And it really does irk me that they're allowed to just have a vendetta and nobody checks them. Now, tomorrow, he actually addresses Raven fans. I'm going to address that tomorrow. He addresses Raven fans specifically. Mike Florio. I'll be touching on that. It's going to be a longer episode. But I just don't understand how you pocket watch a man. Everything that you're saying, you don't say it to any of the other guys. You specifically go at Lamar. And it's always like this with all of them. All of the rules that dictate for all the other guys don't count. Well, you're Lamar, so you got to do it this way. Just like when he was doing his fun day, chilling out with the kids, playing basketball and stuff with them. Nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Throwing the football around with them. And then Shannon Sharp lays into all. You got money on the line. Here I get no money. That's stupid that you're playing basketball and kids and stuff like that. Then you see Baker Mayfield and it's like, oh, Baker Mayfield, look at how he's, helping out the community, raise the roof. It's sickening. It really is. That as a grown man, you could pocket watch another man so hard. And all of his business decisions. Because you're mad at how he did his business. That had nothing to do with you. If I didn't check, Mike Florio's not a Raven fan. He's not a part of the Raven organization. He does not work for operations. He has no ties like that to the NFL. He's not part of Lamar's long-lost relative list. He's not related to his mother. He didn't give birth to or anything. He's not a grandfather, an uncle, a nephew. Nothing. It's not your, it's none of your business. None. But I did say I was going to tell you guys about what Skep said. And shout out to Skep the GOAT. He's one of the guys that I'm cool with on Twitter. And he said, I'm going to read it to verbatim. He goes, I'm going to read it how he would read it. Can I get his voice? For perspective, the Ravens roster has nearly 35 players under contract that make less than $950,000 per year. So that $750,000 may allow for one more player to be signed as an undrafted free agent for camp each year. One more guy gets a shot at his dreams. EDC equals every dollar counts. Now, he does not speak like that, but that's my guy, so But he makes a great point on that. Listen, once again, we're talking about $150 million deal, whatever it was, $200-something million deal with how much guaranteed. He don't want to go to 80% of the OTAs. They're violent. They're not. You know what I'm saying? They're voluntary. It's not like they have to be there. Now for the mandatory stuff, he's not missing a day. He's not. It's ridiculous. Oh well, you can get hurt playing fitness, taking shots at his regiment. Like, we haven't seen Lamar have to gain weight, take the shots because of his idiot coach named Greg Roman. wanting to use him like a fullback and running back, and then drop it back all off. Get out of here with that crap, man. I can't stand this dude. Like, I can't. And like I said, I'm going to address it because he really addressed all Raven fans. Like, oh, Raven fans, da-da-da-da. I'm going to play that for tomorrow. But this is what I'm giving out for today. But what do you guys think? Do you think that, hey, Lamar should have let an agent do his work? You know, and they should have gave all that money to an agent. And because he didn't do that, everything he does, we're going to nitpick. Pocket watch. Player hate. Absolutely ridiculous. But this episode of the Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. And now we get down, we have fun, and we laugh. But everything we talk about, we're doing what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe to the notification bell, guys, and leave a comment in all of the comments. Don't forget to support and subscribe to the Wunderkind Morning Show, live 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. in the morning times, where we touch on all hot topics of sports. Losing my voice again. And we have nostalgia trivia at the end of every show from the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s with a smile on your face. Guys, support that. Be there, be squared. Okay? Also, if you would like to donate, help out, just put a smile on my face, bless me, you know what I'm saying, what God might tell you to do. Bottom of the screen, QR code goes to a CashApp. CashApp located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is Money Sign. The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This is your next signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Finish him, Daddy.